everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and wow, a lot of really cool stuff. I got quite the diverse selection today, and yeah, one of the first look at the workshop videos that I didn't put in the big generic landing pad. Um, and one last thing, at the end of the video, I'll just show you a quick update on what I've been working on myself, build for this month's Star Citizen Challenge. So to start with here, we've got the Handelsstation, if I said that correctly, SW by Wutan82GER. Now I believe this was a modification to a Solsticore build of POI, but it's different. So yeah, this is basically like a city, and it's designed to fit in the Star Wars verse, and I just think it's really, really cool. I love the texturing and some of the details. We'll go throughout the entire city here, but some of these accents here, and I don't know if some of this was done by Solsticore or by I'll just say Wutan, but I love this. I love this hanging like I don't know. What would you call this? A tapestry or something like that? It's just very cool, like a flag. That looks really, really cool. Kind of excited to take a walk through here, see what's going on. Also, there's use of damage blocks all over the place. You can kind of see this kind of thing going on there, which really makes it look a lot better too, because it's not so smooth. It's kind of broken up in places. I love to see that too, like over here as well. Just chunks of the stone or whatnot was removed, and just along the front here again, like some kind of cloth area, big hangar door there. Of course, there's decorations, and it looks like there's little I don't know, little alcoves and stuff all over the place here too. It's kind of going along the outer city limits here right now. This is a pretty big place actually. Yeah, really cool block work. There's just a lot of things to look at. I'm just going on the outskirts yet. Oh, this is really cool too. Look at that. Kind of like this parts junk pile laying over here. Spare parts, things like that. Something you might see on Tatooine. You can definitely tell the modeling is very similar to that. That's just cool. It's fun to see all this stuff going on. Yeah, that's cool too. Just some plants there. All this stuff sitting on the ground here. Ah, love the detail. I haven't even been to the center square area here yet. Oh, look at this. So we've got all kinds of different buildings and shops, and again, kind of with the rounded type ceilings, something you might see on Tatooine. So looks like we got a teleporter room, a couple stormtroopers outside there. Oh, this is nice. Oh yeah, check that out. Oh yeah, activated teleporter or transporter. I like the different styling of textures on the inside here, kind of actually going to marble and different kinds of bricks. Definitely fancier than the outside with the basic stone. But just building an attraction after attraction. Look at this thing. Just made of some deco blocks and regular blocks and an antenna part, and I don't know what it is, but it looks like something out of Star Wars for sure. So that is really cool. Some kind of, I don't know, engine of some origin. Yeah, we do have quite a few sentry guns and things around here too. Let's go into this place, see what's going on in here. So another shop. Looks like a place to, I don't know, eat, or maybe someone's house. That could be. This part kind of looks like a shop, and the back part looks like maybe where the shopkeeper would live. Oh, and it goes down over here. Yeah, this stuff is just really fun to see here. That's so interesting with this wood crate kind of off the side of the other one there. A bunch of boxes in this area, some more barrels. I like the wood in here too. Kind of building like holding up the tent tarp. Yeah, that's really cool. The old school cart in here. Yeah, just take a look at this as kind of a whole as you fly through it, though. That looks neat. I mean, that'd be really cool to visit places. Well, maybe this will end up in the game, but visit places like this in the game. I think there are some, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of POIs and stuff that I have not seen in the game, and maybe this is one of them. But it is just neat to see this kind of stuff. I definitely like it. Just exploring all these buildings. It looks like this is our big oxygen setup over here. Definitely looks like you're going to have fresh air in that room. Let's go down this strip over here. So this is that big hangar door we've seen. I believe this goes right to the outside. I don't think I have permission to open that. Oh yeah, there it goes. No, this does not go to the outside. This is a hangar. That door goes to the outside. Oh, I like the crane running across here too. And this is pretty crazy what's going on up in the wall here. It's like this glassed off section, like part of the crane operator. Looks like we got a bar over there. We got the Star Wars version of McDonald's over there. New Sun, Handelsstation. So New Sun. Oh, I got a hotel here. I like the LCD work on it, and it kind of drops down in here. Let's see what's going on in here. Wow, every one of these is like could be its own build. You know, it's all part of a larger city structure. So it looks like these are 6 hotel rooms over here. Pretty nice and fancy. Oh, wait a minute. It goes up to a second floor. It looks like we've got all the way up to 12 over here. 7, 8, yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, yeah, quite a lot of places in the hotel. Makes a lot of sense for the hotel to have rooms. Gotta say, oh, what's this? So this goes up some more. I don't even know. Oh, so we're walking across the top of the building here now. Oh, this is wild. Oh, this is so cool. All these places to explore. It'd be a fun POI to run around and shoot people into. Just gotta say, they spawned up the openness of it. You could take your own tactical decisions on how you would want to approach the POI. Wow, there's just stuff everywhere. Just little things like this too. It's just so cool seeing that. Not exactly sure what it is, some kind of something or other, but it looks really cool. Same thing going on with these pieces here, which oh yeah, look down through the ceiling too. There's some other stuff going on there. Wow, this place is crazy. This is really, really cool. And look at this. I don't know what's going on here. I think I might have had this a little bit on the deep side, or maybe it's missing like a water pool here or something like that. Not sure on that one, but that's really cool how it kind of digs in through it. And yeah, I like these bag sacks kind of in the mix here. And then it looks like this part's got kind of some torn tent or tarp or something over part of the crates over there. That's neat. I'm sure I won't see everything in here because it's a pretty big place, but yeah, this is just cool to see all the stuff that's going on here. Crazy's cocktails. Nice. Another bar over here. Gotta have that. I like the front eatery area. Armed guards everywhere. Another one of those Star Wars looking things. I've seen something like that in Star Wars. I think they were some kind of water extractor, if I got that right. Not sure how to say this. Probably shouldn't even try, but let's go inside. Oh, looks like kind of a big open room here with a staircase going downstairs. Oh, yeah, so it's got a big basement in here. Look at that. That's pretty interesting. It's got like these cabinet deco pieces upside down there. I'm probably seeing some of this wrongly because of the spawn height that I got this. I tried to keep it so it was visible and line it up pretty good, but finding enough flat terrain is really bad. But so we're just kind of walking on the base floor here. If you sink this down into the ground a little bit, it looks even better because then you see the little bit more detailed terrain texture over and kind of waving over this. And I had it spawn like that originally. I thought it was really cool, but then I realized I buried some rooms in the process, so I kind of I respawned it again to raise it up some. Yeah, check out all these shops. Oh, we got a little little grow plot section over here with a couple plants already grown in there. And I like the other use of textures in this room here too. Yeah, this is just cool. And the big M over here. I gotta assume that it stands for McDonald's. It just, the color and the big shape of it. I think that's McDonald's is something that's all around the world, I believe, for a fast food place. And it looks like it's in Tatooine too. So we got the Fug Deck 2. What is this? Oh yeah, this goes out to this really cool, like sorry about that, came out of nowhere. This really cool like landing pad here. It's got like the control tower up there, some security, armed guards over there. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like the other texture over here too. Give it a little bit of contrast there. What is going on here? Oh, we do have a pool over here. I'll check that out. Oh, that's neat. I like the tile floor around here and the open ceiling with the shadow grates. I might call these shadow grates because they actually do make pretty good shadows on the ground. You can kind of see that over the top of the texture here and here. And I think we've been in this bar before. No. Oh, that's cool. I like these separate side areas here with this deco little triangle piece in there. That looks really cool too. Oh, and in the corners, just a lot of attention to detail. All kinds of little things like, why is this here? Well, because it looks cool. And it's just more to look at. I try to think the same way when doing things too. Just what is this? Why is this? And it really doesn't matter if it looks good. Then that's why it is. That's so let's see, medic. Let's check out this place here. Oh yeah, look at the different wall here on the side. I don't know what happened to my lighting right there. Maybe I ran out of juice here. Yeah, I ran out of juice. Let me make sure this is filled up here. We got, it looks like a way out to the front side here in that arched walk path. Oh yeah, we've been in there. Crazy cocktails. We've been in there. Wow, let's take a look at the medic here. Okay, so we got our all our specialized medical equipment in this room. And wow, look at this place. I like this awning across the top here. Again, wow. We've been in there already. It's cool seeing the outsides of the buildings too. Wow. Okay, so we got the station shield. Oh yeah, there's our Pentaxa tank. It looks like it's got room up there for a shield. Maybe it's not in the version I spawned in here, but that is really cool. Well, honestly, I don't think you would put in a shield on this. It's just not the right kind of design for that. This is really cool though. Again, look at this thing over here too. Whatever it might be, it looks really cool. And the wood pieces and the stuff and the random pipe and all this detail stuff. Let's go in this control tower here. See what's happening in here. Oh, I don't know where the looks like there should be an elevator right here. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if there's some weird spawning issue I had or something like that, or maybe this was for vanilla and I'm looking at it in Reforged and there's some kind of weird issue. But yeah, it certainly looks like there would have been an elevator there. But yeah, just check this thing out though. As a whole. I mean, you could use this as a base too, and maybe there is a production area in here somewhere. So many different buildings. I'm not sure which ones I've been in and not in yet. Yeah, I think I've been in here before. Yep. Wow. Anyway, again, this is the Handelsstation SW by Wutan 82GER. Very cool. And I do believe this was came from a Solsticore build. And the reason why I say that too is both I seen Solsticore comment on this build, and if you look at the author's name, it actually does say Solsticore here. So, and I do believe I seen something like this from Solsticore. So I have a feeling it was reworked, changed around, made into a new place from what it was. So anyway, stat-wise, it's size class 17, has a lot of sentry guns in here. I think 35 total. And I do believe this is definitely meant to be a POI. So very cool. Love this. Love the details and the decorations and the torn tent tarps and everything else that's going on here. That is really cool. Glad the planet I've got kind of matches it, sort of. Straight up desert environment would probably be the best looking for this, but this isn't too bad. Arid's not bad. Just looking across the top here too. Yeah, just here's another one of those like tarps that are kind of broken and laying across the top here, and there's buildings up top, and wow, I didn't see this. Yeah, and there's still more places I'm not seeing here, like this whole modification. That's cool. That is cool. Alright, well anyway, the next creation here is another base, or base type creation here, and this is the Sustained Research by Monroe. And this looks really, really killer too. This looks a little bit more like a player base to me, I would say. But I love the detail. And what a impressive looking solar panel mount piece here. That is pretty wild. Yeah, I definitely like that with the this framework in here. Again, a lot of attention to detail going on in here too. Look at the intricate block work on these side turret mount positions. And yeah, sorry about that. It's I got some floating stuff. Again, it's really hard to find a lot of flat terrain. I don't want to bury it too far to potentially mess up things on the interior here. Oh, I love the staircase too. Look at the metal framework going around there, up like that. That's cool. Yeah, cool looking colors and stuff going on here. Kind of the rusty white and black mixed in with kind of almost a goldish color. Oh, look at these pieces over here. Little tanks. Looks like I can go in this one over here. Decent enough size to put in 1x3 generators or a shield, actually. Yeah, it's just cool. So this is oh, this is like some kind of building here. Sorry, it's floating again. Yeah, it's always rough trying to find enough flat terrain for these things, so they don't, so they don't float in places or get buried in other places is almost impossible. I like this setup over here too. Look at this really cool like landing pad here, and the railings going along the sides here, going into like different structures on top of the main structure, which is actually a supported platform, which is yeah, it's just some neat stuff. Very creative, very artistic. Again, both of these POIs I just said this one's not. I don't believe this is a POI, but it could be. This looks like it could be a I don't know, just a big open room. Looks like you could dump in a lot of constructors or production equipment in here, or even transform it into a farm. Maybe that's what it was meant for. Maybe these are where the grow lights would go. They do seem to be spaced about appropriately for that. Wow. Just a crazy place again. Oh yeah, so this would go down. Oh, this would kind of fall through the lower framework area. Oh, we got solar capacitors in this section down below. And even the underside, if you get like below here and walk around, it's going to look really cool. Of course, the game does a poor job with lighting when you're not in direct sunlight in the game. So I've found that same problem too. It's hard to see stuff. Things look so much better when you have shadows and lighting cast upon it, and usually on the underside of these you don't get much of that, so you kind of just see everything the way it is. But I would say this one looks a lot more like a farming complex than the other side here. So in fact, this one's got the grow lights and the grow light switches. Cool look at wow, these are well, that's pretty interesting. The roundest doors, but at a upward angle like that. That's a kind of cool thing, actually. I kind of dig that. That'd work on a ship, I think, for like a escape hatch or drone hatch or something. Something I never even thought about doing before. That's cool. Yeah. A lot of quite a few sentry guns on this one as well. But yeah, I don't know. I would say by just looking at it, on what I'm seeing in here, I'd probably say that this is more or less a POI and not so much a player base, because I'm not seeing. Well, no, that's not true. It's got the farm. It's got places to set up a production area and things like that. Maybe it's just doesn't cost a lot of CPU. That could very well be it. The central room in here too. This is yeah, very cool. Very cool PO. Keep on wanting to call it a POI. Again, it could work as a POI. But yeah, that is cool. It's got defense. It's got a farming section. And this is such a cool looking building over here on the sides. All of them are. It just looks really neat the way the glasswork was done and kind of bent in and across. And I don't know. And the tanks off on the one side over there. Yeah. But actually, it's technically a sustained research facility. And again, this is by Monroe. But let's take a look at some numbers here. So size class 6. CPU wise, pretty light. Looks like it does have some CPU blocks in here, but not a lot. Definitely not a lot. So yeah, looks like we got a lot of different signal logic things going on in here as well. Yeah, very cool. These don't fly, so I'm not obviously going to be looking at thruster stats. Did have a switch for a furnace too, so food processors, constructors, power. Let's see, it's build time 4 hours and 21 minutes. It doesn't take any estrium or zirconium or anything super rare at all, so pretty much standard stuff here. Again, 4 defense turrets and some looks like 5 more mini or sentry guns. Yeah, again, very cool here. This is the sustained research by Monroe again there. So the next creation here, let me see if I can find a queue for it somewhere here. Where was that? Let's look in this general direction here. You probably have no idea what I'm doing, do you? Where was it? Where was it? I know it's here. I know it's here. There's some other ships over here too. Well, gosh darn it. Now I don't see the shadow. I seen it a little bit earlier. It was right. Ah! Why don't I see the shadow? It was here. I swear to you. That's why I set up the time of day this way, and now I suddenly don't see it. How weird is that? I don't know where the shadow went. Anyway, yeah, check out this guy here. This is the Bat Out of Hell by Rat. So, yeah, it is a bat, and it's supposed to be casting a shadow right now. Gosh darn it, and it's not here now. Why? Why is the shadow not here? The time of day has been frozen. I don't know. But anyway, it's got a very cool shadow, by the way. Thought it was really cool to seeing that. So this I've seen on the server, on the Reforged Eden Season 5 Anvil server, or a earlier version of it. And I thought that was pretty wild. This is a CV, kind of like a base. Like it's got a lot of room inside to park all your stuff and do all your production and everything else. And then it's got your visible window area over here. So just a really unique build. It's pretty much jet black like a bat would be. And definitely has that bat shape. And again, the shadow would have been really cool to see. I'm not sure why it went away. Maybe I'm too high up in the air now or something. Well, let's get inside of here a minute. And so this is, yeah, obviously used for gameplay here. Well, it's been dressed up quite a bit. It was not when I seen it last time. It was not near as detailed as what it is now. So a lot of extra stuff has been put in here, and obviously this is out on the workshop now too. So. But I do believe this might have been built in survival entirely. But I don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just suspecting it was based on seeing earlier versions in the survival, or at least one earlier version. So it looks like, yeah, in here you got a big old hangar, big blast door in front of that as well, which is really cool. And then a medical bay area right in the center here. Definitely like that. Looks like it's got all the specialized equipment plus your O2 and your standard medical bay piece. Teleporter over on the side here. Some controller stuff. It looks like we've got fuel storage rooms, and looks like you can get some more in there too, but oxygen tanks, fuel tanks. Wow, look at this. There's a big open room over here too. So with a shield and small shield parts, a whole assembly of solar panels in here too. It's a little deceiving. It didn't look like it might have been that big from the outside, but when you get in here, it's actually quite big on the inside of this. So a bunch of utility parts or shield stuff on that side. And I believe, yeah, you could certainly set up a lot of production in this area too. It's probably, I think I've seen it with constructors and stuff in it before in places. I'm not sure exactly how it's laid out now. But then you got your armor locker and armor repair. It looks like on this side we've got some more storage controllers and whatnot, and more big parts. A warp core, pentaxa tank, and a glassed off tank over there. Another big generator. Miscellaneous cargo boxes all over the place. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It looks like it'd be quite functional inside of gameplay. But we've got a second floor up here too. I'm actually trying to figure out if there's an elevator or something nearby here that I'm missing. Oh yeah, right here, right in the center. Oh, so it looks like I walked into the core room here, kind of in the center on the second floor, and definitely has room to add more cores, so auxiliary and that kind of thing. I'd have to take a look at the CPU currently. I suspect it's a Core 9 now, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So, and then we've got our area here. Looks like you would kind of set up for the reforged eat and grow plots, or you could put in the regular ones if you remove these blocks, but yeah, you see you got that center grow plot. You can run those 3x3 grow plots, which are way easier to harvest, by the way. Do cost you some leveling points for those, but they're definitely nicer than the standard grow plots. I mean, oh, here's our production area over here. Oh, that looks so nice. I like this glasswork going around the side and the interesting lighty up pipes on the top of that there. The orange. That's cool. So in here we got a deconstructor. Looks like 2 small constructors, 2 advanced constructors. Makes a lot of sense here. So you have farming, place to chill over here. Let's go to the other side of the second floor here. Oh, we already been there. Okay, so big old farm area. Oh yeah, really cool. It's kind of like it looks like a bat. It's a CV and operates an awful lot like a base, and does have like base defense and things like that too. I don't know. I don't think it was necessarily designed to attack like enemy CVs and stuff like that, but it's a really interesting idea though, and it's certainly bat-like. Maybe it does have more weaponry or slots on here. It's got quite a few turrets on here, but it really does look like it's really just trying to protect itself from drone attacks and things like that, not so much of an offensive creation here. And then of course you've got a huge area on top here to land all kinds of CVs and stuff, whatever you want to land there. It looks like you've got a way Yeah, way back down into the creation here. So this is kind of like your landing deck on the top of the creation. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So size class 7, 107 forward, 54 strafing, 107 lift, 107 reverse, 30 down. That's a pretty quick creation here, I got to say. 19 hour and 27 minute build time. It is going to use some estrium and zirconium, being a CV with obviously some pretty good thrust power. That's a give me there. You can't really avoid that. 16 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks. CPU wise, yep. Looks like it's a Core 9 setup. It's got some extra CPU available right off the gates for things too. Maybe some upgrades or does look like it has an advanced shield and warp drive in it already stocked too. So that is cool. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So again, this is the Bat Out of Hell by Rat. So the next one here, let me fly down here a little bit. This is something I wanted to take a look at from this month's Designers Challenge. Now this was already shown. Oh, I had my light on. I didn't realize that. This was already shown in the challenge. But this is a ship by Entei, and this is the Phantom Reforged Eden by Entei. And I thought this was there's a lot of very, very cool ships in there. In fact, I'd like to show some other ones at some point here too. But this is a SV. This is a big SV, and it is very, very fancy. In fact, when I was looking at this design here, I noticed the structural frame blocks across here and how they looked, and they were nice and smooth and everything like that. And I was like, you know what? This is kind of what inspired me to mess with that again. So if you've seen my recent stuff, I've been kind of playing with these structural frame blocks, which is a Reforged Eden only thing. But I seen that they were heavily used here because I was looking at the angle and I was like, that's not a 22.5. That's it's over 3-to-1 block ratio angle across the entire front of this creation here. And I thought that looked really nice. And again, it's an Entei. This author doesn't sleep. He builds and builds more, and does a really, really awesome job with this. Look how crazy cool this thing looks. It just, yeah, this whole front area, just, yeah. And I've seen this already, so this isn't necessarily new to me. But yeah, check out this whole back section of the ship here too. I just wanted to kind of show this through because it's just, I love the level of detail and all the stuff going on here. And that almost looks like a CV. I mean, it really does, but this is just it is a pretty big SV. It's really cool. I love how this bridge looks, and it kind of swoops over. Just the whole stance of it. Just very nice looking creation here. And the interior is well, we'll see. We'll see. Here, I'm gonna try to adjust the lighting here. Again, the nighttime gets unbelievably dark in the game now, or either that or you suffer from like your horizon lights, but it doesn't seem to be much in between. We'll just try it regular lighting, I guess. But yeah, coming inside here, just every inch of this thing is thoroughly detailed. Check out this display thing going on in between the ceiling of the 2 floors on this SV. I mean, yeah, you don't see too many SVs with multiple floors, but this one definitely has it. Whole bunch of information here on upgrading the ship, and one heck of a cool looking bridge area. I like these turned sideways like they are. I didn't know you could put these kinds of things in SVs. Maybe that's a Reforged Eden thing. I thought that was a base CV only part there, but I could be wrong on that one. Oh, I like these little kind of inset texture lights in there, little triangles there. And again, yeah, this is crazy cool. Just looking at the ceiling too. So it looks like we got a storage controller over here. Kind of a looks like a passenger seat in the back here, but look at all these passenger seats and the LCD work and displays around them. And look at the medical bay here too. Oh, it's got the bed in there, kind of a seat on the side. That's a neat idea. Most hospital rooms actually do have, visitor seats right near the beds. Constructor on this side over here. Kind of, that's probably what this is designed for, to add in another constructor if you want. Then you got a couple of staircases coming up here. Kind of an in-between deck. So I'll hit the back and we'll walk up forward again. But like everything is kind of set up. It's kind of got this open architecture plan, but everything's kind of divided up into different areas inside of that. And, oh my god. Okay, so it's got a third floor up there. Holy smokes. Like I was saying, this is a pretty big SV. Love the attention to detail, though. It just, everything looks stellar here. Looks like we've got some upgrade slots over here. I don't know if these are for small shield parts or CPU blocks. Could be either. Generator access. I'm sure the sign up front probably would say. But yeah, definitely some upgrade slots over here. But yeah, just look at the details here. What's this? Generator access. Oh, this is a generator upgrade slot. Here, there we go. Okay. Oh, this goes way deeper than I thought. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That gives you quite a lot of room over there. Oh, that's how they go. So it looks like each one of these rooms over in this area, at least you can get, geez, four 1x3 generators a piece in there. And then this has got like more over here. Yeah, they are quite a bit deeper than I thought. You can get a lot of room in there. And then, yeah, wow. So a lot of upgrade slots, and on SVs, a lot of stuff fits in there. Your CPU core blocks, generators, shield parts, a lot of different uses for that. Check out some of these console setup displays here. Like, look at this person's like chill out office over here. This is nice. This is I love the like 6 monitors, keyboard out here, desk, more like LCD monitors and whatnot on the sides there. That is nice. Get the HUD back off here again. This is what I mean by crazy attention to detail here. This is just gorgeous. This over here with the table, it's carpeted floor, a couple plants over there. That's something else I didn't know you could put on a SV is plants. I didn't think that was a thing. So there's a bunch of stuff I was taking away from this particular build here on things I didn't even realize you could really do in the game. And here's the SV Reforged Eden food processor. If you play vanilla, this I don't believe exists in vanilla. So that is a Reforged Eden only part as well. You got some more passenger seats on this section, the warp drive there in the center. And what I seen this when Excalibur was running through this ship, I thought this blockwork structure here combined with the LCD was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's just, I love the shape of this and how that all works out. That is just some neat stuff. And of course, having that LCD on the top, making it like a big display screen, just thought that was incredibly cool to see. Very innovative blockwork there. This guy over here has got the killer office on this side over here too. So it looks like I kind of migrated my way to this section. But yeah, look at this. Here, I'm going to try one more time with the lighting thing. I want to see what this looks like at night. I know the game just has a way of making things look excessively dark. But you know what? This looks pretty darn good at night too. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this is just something I wanted to show. It's one of those things that I get all googly over. There's some other creations too, and there were some other ones in this the same challenge as well that I just wow. But yeah, this one here I just love it. It looks so realistic and so detailed. And there's the way all these consoles and desks and displays were set up, and I mean the exterior looks amazing. The interior is just wow, just gorgeous. Yeah. Here, I'm missing the main bridge. Oh no, we walked over here already. So that is pretty much the ship. I just wanted to kind of show you that, let you know what's possible in Empyrion, especially when dealing with small blocks. You can do a lot more detail, and then mixing in Reforged Eden with all its other options, such as structural frame blocks and stuff like this whole creation. Obviously, there's going to be no vanilla translation for it because it just there's too many parts on here, and practically half the hull is built with a different type of block setup. So that there is that. So let's see the next one here. I'm gonna skip over and we're gonna do this one. I'll show one other thing last here. So you know what? I didn't look at the specs here. Sorry about that. I got so excited here. So this is a Core 9 build, by the way. So it doesn't need quantum cores or anything like that. Size class 12. 42 forward, 19 strafing, 63 lift, 19 reverse, 26 down, 13 hour and 10-minute build time. It's not a big combat-y ship or anything like that, so it doesn't have a lot of guns. It does have a lot of upgrade potential, but it doesn't have a lot of stock weaponry on it. It does have long-range radar and 6 minigun turrets. CPU, yeah, we already looked at that Core 9 setup there. So anyway, just a really amazing build here. It has a lot of fuel tanks in here too. 49 fuel tanks, 16 oxygen tanks. So anyway, again, the Phantom, Reforged Eden by Entei. So next one here, this is I found this in new releases, I believe. This is the Strix Multi-Role RE 1.9 by Raider, author named Raider. So this is another SV, a larger SV. Well, I don't know. It's pretty big, very very slick. And again, this one looks like it's using structural frame blocks in a lot of places here. You can kind of tell by the texturing design and the angles used in here that you just can't really do with the regular Empyrion blocks. And you can kind of see that around this area over here. But yeah, a very sharp aerodynamic design here. Definitely like that. This one looks like it has some more weaponry on it. Probably, I would guess, probably designed for some combat, one origin or another. And it's also mixing in wing parts over here. And these are some of the old school wing parts. And that is a really cool shaping setup here. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. You got, yeah, the regular, like some structural frame blocks and regular blocks and wing parts. And yeah, the author pretty much used whatever was available. And you can kind of see like another a wing piece below this part, which is really cool as well. Yeah, super aerodynamic design there. Let's take a look at the backside here. Yeah, it's a thin one. I like how this is done. The thruster mount points. It looks like it has a lot of forward thrust on it too. Couple some minigun turrets out back as well. That's neat. That is definitely neat. So yeah, let's take a look at the inside here. Again, I'm not sure on the yeah, this looks like it's well lit. Let me try the lighting thing again. I do like to see that when possible there. I just kind of wish the nighttime lighting was a little better in the game. It used to be better. So yeah, in here, well laid out on the interior. It's got a lot going on in this room. So you got your trauma center as soon as you walk in, your warp drive, LCD in front of that, very detailed. Pentaxid tank right in the corner. Looks like we got a storage controller, fridge right below there. I like all this detail work here. A couple generators mounted in behind glass or armored glass pieces. Again, if you're doing vanilla, these aren't allowed in vanilla, this particular part, but it is in Reforged Eden, so you can use armored glass on SV and HV creations in Reforged Eden. And we have our main core and our CPU core blocks in that area and this area. I like the shield LCD over here. Oh, we got some shield parts in here too. Nice. So it's going to have above average shield constructor, another storage controller, cargo box, O2. Yeah, it's just packed full here. Very nice. Everything's very nicely organized, kind of asymmetrically done on the interior. which is perfect. You can get a lot more stuff in a creation, especially when you're dealing with small spaces like this. If you go asymmetrical on the interior, you can fit parts uniquely to one side to the other, and it's just a better way to go. And I think in the end, it's going to look better too. You got a power save switch over here. And it looks like we hop into the separate room, which is the cockpit. A couple passenger seats over there. Some LCDs here. I like that too. That's the name of the ship right over there. And a really cool cockpit setup here too. Look at all the LCD work going on here. Very cool. Yeah, good visibility off the front cockpit. Very nice, very nice. Wow, just one amazing creation after another here. It's just very cool stuff. So let's take a look at some numbers here. I'll get the light back on here in a minute. And what we got going on here? So, oh, interesting. So I was seeing the author name here, and maybe this is a remake of a former author, or an author that hasn't been around for a long time at least, Piston. Didn't realize that. Interesting. Very interesting. So anyway, this is unlock level 20, 39 forward, 22 strafing, 73 lift, 29 reverse, 37 down. Got 4 plasma cannons, long range radar, 6 minigun turrets, 4 laser cannons. And I was just thinking, it's very well possible that this post listed that the original author design might have been Piston. I honestly, I didn't look at it. I didn't see that part, but I wasn't really looking for it. So that very well could be it. 5 hour and 3 minute build time. Does use some Estrium and Zecosium. These guns are going to need it. Plasma cannons, things like that, and the long range radar as well. 13 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks. CPU wise, it looks like it's a smidgen over 60,000, but I don't think that would cause you any problems. Very slightly over 60,000 CPU, so pretty much right on the edge there. But yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, Strix multi-role RE19. So yeah, again, this is Strix multi-role. I just read it, but I'll say it again. Strix multi-role RE 1.9 by Raider. Very cool looking SV. I love the use of the structural frame blocks and just the wing parts and just a lot of different stuff going on in the SV there. Really aerodynamic, slick looking design there. So the last creation here, let me find this. This one's different. This one I wanted to look at something a little bit different this time. This is something for us builders that we could utilize for some of these really fancy LCDs here. So this is the LCD Wall version 3 by Alicia. Basically this is a creation you can get up on the workshop, and it's basically you can copy and paste these LCDs into your own creations, and that's kind of what the author here spent a lot of time to make these really pretty LCDs that other authors could use and put up on the workshop like this, which is very, very cool. So yeah, we'll just take a look at all these. Look how sharp that looks. So this uplink LCD, there's like satellite 1 through 4, and it's so nice. And look at this craziness. This is a lot of work to build these things. I ain't gonna fool you here. This is a lot of work. And then basically what you do is you open up one. Well, here, let me make sure my cursor's on there. Open up one of these LCDs and get into devices. Go into here. What I like to do, if you're going to copy an LCD, I'll usually click on it somewhere so you got your blinking cursor. And I'll hit Control A on the keyboard, and that selects all. And then I'll hit Control C to copy. And then when you go to, if you want to go to another LCD, you hit Control V to paste it. And then it will copy all this in there. And then you just got to make sure that your settings over here are the same. Like if you had this displayed at a height of 1, it would totally screw up. So whatever LCD you copy this into, you got to mimic the width and the height. You can mess with the rotation values, but you got to keep this the same. As in the font size and color doesn't matter because it's overridden by the LCD itself on most of these. Maybe not all. But yeah, there's that one. That one's a cool one. This one's kind of blending the two in the server routing. Storage array. Cumulative output. Wow, a lot of stuff here. Let's look at the next row. Oh, that's a pretty one too. I like the different colored boxes, meter levels. Oh, look at that. Yeah, these are just so sharp. So sharp. Looks like you made some of the stuff with Photoshop or something. Feedback. Oh, temp. An RPM. Oh, that's cool. Battery. Oh, that's a nice, useful one there too. Power storage. Wow, look at this one. This is kind of a combined one. Holy smokes, that is one heck of a display. It's actually, it looks like three separate ones here that are kind of, I guess, stacked up, but they all join together. Oh, that's so cool. And here's just, yeah, the temp ones. And then there's another set over here, and these add, see the dotted colored lights that go over CPU core blocks as demonstrated here, like the red ones and the green ones, and yeah, that's really cool too. I've never seen anything quite like that before. Look at this one, kind of mixing in some of these other stuff into a big elaborate sign here. Wow, look at these. It's almost like the whole setup was made so they can fit together and create different displays with the base displays up there. And yeah, that's actually what this is all about, isn't it? Didn't even realize that at first, but here's like all your base pieces, and here's them assembled in different ways. Down over here. Wow, that's cool. Then there's another section of them over here. We got a fire extinguisher, some notice, cool looking sign over here too. Don't leave machine unattended. And then over here, oh, take a seat to see it. Okay, let's take a seat. Oh, look at this HUD. Holy smokes. All this graphics you see here, this is all an LCD added to the game. One big elaborate LCD. Almost kind of looks like you're trying to play like Star Citizen or something here. This is really cool. Wow, that's a lot of stuff going on here. It looks like, I love these switches here with the little button kind of things, the little levers there. That is cool. The on-off switches, the open lock door, target, all the other stuff going on here. That's really cool. So so this one is oh yeah, you can see it right there. Look how small that is right there. So it actually is there, and it puts it right in front of your face, and it's really, really tiny actually. Oh, that's a cool way to do it. Wow. Yeah, that's neat. And then, yeah, when you sit in the chair, it perfectly lines up to your head, and bam, you got your this entire thing right there. That's got to be one complicated LCD here, I gotta say. Oops, cursor's off. Just want to take a look. This isn't, okay, this is the one just saying that. So I gotta assume the LCDs for this one are back over here. Yeah. So all the other hidden LCDs. Yeah, this is a lot of work. Really appreciate it, Alicia. This is some really nice quality LCDs here for. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of these in various creations. Been seeing a lot of other LCDs in various creations as well. So anyway, I don't care about the cost on this one. It doesn't move. We're not going to look at stat performance, but yeah, this is definitely something. Grab this if you're you're building. You like the LCDs here. And keep in mind, you could change some color codes too. Like if you wanted to blend this in with your ship, and maybe your ship was green, you could probably change the color codes in these LCDs to make them green instead of yellow, or whatever color you want. So anyway, very, very cool. Again, the LCD wall version 3 by Alicia. The last thing I want to show you is my I worked on this. I've been doing a lot of fiddling with this thing. It's not quite there yet, but I really kind of restructured the front end from where it was the last time I showed it. I changed all the block work along the front here, and my objective was to make nose a little bit more pointy than what it was. It went down at a 45-degree angle before, and I wanted to change that to a 22.5-degree angle, as it didn't look quite right. And then I also kind of flared this area out over here. Again, this is a structural frame block design, similar to those other two SVs you've seen over there. However, this one's a CV, and I went with a CV not for the detail, but I just figured doing a creation like this, it would be a lot more practical for gameplay to be a CV than an SV, because you could use it as your main CV, or I'll try to get this set up eventually to be able to handle everything. This is where I'm at right now with it. It's been kind of slow going, and I've been reworking a lot of stuff. I had a copy and paste what I had for the wings so far to another location. I raised them up, I brought them back a little bit, and I changed this around. I'm trying to make this look a little bit more like the original. I've got some problems here though. This area I gotta retweak and probably change some angles around the section to bring this up to match with the wings, and it's just a complicated thing to build, and I'm trying to be a little bit close to the original Hercules, and that's what this is sort of modeled around. I'm not going to hit it identically, but I'll try to make it look neat regardless. And it might not even be called the Hercules. It might be another ship by the same manufacturer, but it's going to try to follow the design cues of the Hercules to as best I can do, at least. Obviously, it's a very, very angly ship. There's things that are just impossible to do with blocks with it. So I got to take a lot of liberties in the process, but I'm really trying to make this look like it would be something that you would see in Star Citizen, probably by the same manufacturer. So anyway, this is where I'm at right now. Again, slow going, huge amount of structural frame blocks, using just about every different structural frame block part as well. Obviously, with coloring, I'm going to have to color it very similar to those other SVs you've seen over there, because I'm not going to have the custom color opportunities, at least on the majority of the hull blocks, at least. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. The last thing I was working on is this thing has a pretty long neck to it, and it comes out at an angle like this. Then I got to try to figure out a way to get like a ramp somewhere in this section that kind of comes down, and the back of the ship is a pretty bulky thing. And then, of course, the problem that I'm going to face probably the most is how to present these thrusters. The actual one has a big oval at an angle around like a thruster trim, and I can't really do that in the game, so I'm going to have to figure something else out there. But I'll try to make it look as nice as I can. It will be, especially for a CV, and because it's using structural frame blocks, definitely one of the smoother builds. The way it goes, it's just a lot of angles that you wouldn't normally see. And again, I got the idea from looking at Ente's SV in this month's Designer's Challenge. I looked at the front here and I was like, I didn't realize that the structural frame blocks can look this good, because I had problems with them the first time I tested them, especially with lighting problems and other things, and the textures over them. You get the jaggy line things going on. And then I noticed on this build here that it wasn't doing that anymore. And then, of course, obviously seen another SV, kind of right around the same time, also using structural frame blocks. And again, the color scheme, I'm going to have to be pretty similar to what these guys are. I'm probably going to be white and like a black strip on this one over here. But anyway, that is this week's look at the workshop. But just a lot of cool things to look at. I gotta say, I get excited sometimes when I see all this kind of craziness here. Just these beautiful creations, highly detailed, one after another, and then this very unusual player base, like survival, probably built in game ship too, that has a really cool shadow that suddenly can't see. Gosh darn it, don't know why that is. Maybe I just the lighting again. I still want to see that shadow. Gosh darn it, that shadow was the coolest thing. Oh, it's kind of coming into play. Let me go the other way with it. Get a little closer to the ground. Can we see the shadow? No. Well, anyway. Yeah, I'll just call it there. Anyway, y'all have yourself a great day, and I will talk to you later. Again, to the authors that made all this stuff, excellent work. A lot of time, a lot of innovation, a lot of attention to detail going on here. Very, very cool stuff. All right. Adios.